This is Radio Taiwan International.
Welcome to the news on Radio Taiwan International. I'm Tristan Hildebrand coming to you from Taipei, Taiwan. We begin with a look at today's top stories for Tuesday, May 19th. Taiwan's Coast Guard and U.S. Homeland Security bust a cross-border drug smuggling ring. Taiwanese startups dominate select USA tech startup competition. And an Australian think tank warns of legitimacy crisis for China's annexation of Taiwan. But first, today's top story. The Coast Guard Administration, CGA, recently worked with the United States Homeland Security Investigations, HSI, to crack 14 cross-border airport drug trafficking cases in Taiwan. Ocean Affairs Council Minister Quan Biling said the operation exemplifies Taiwan-U.S. joint crime-fighting efforts and the achievements of bilateral law enforcement cooperation. According to the CGA's investigation branch, it has been working closely with HSI since October 2025. Authorities have arrested 22 suspects and seized 23.3 kilograms of heroin with an estimated street value exceeding 81 million NT dollars or 2.5 million US dollars. Speaking at a press conference this Tuesday, Quan emphasized that the recent investigations were extremely difficult and would not have achieved significant results without international intelligence cooperation. She expressed her gratitude and said the Coast Guard remains firmly committed to intercepting drugs before they enter Taiwan, deepening international cooperation, and cracking down on crime. HSI Taipei attaché Brian Shirota explained that HSI had obtained intelligence about high-risk travelers entering Taiwan and alerted the CGA. Together, they exposed an international criminal network involving foreign nationals from the United States, Thailand, and European countries. The Economic Ministry led Taiwanese startups to the Select USA Tech Startup competition in the United States this year, where they won 1 gold, 3 silver, and 1 bronze medal, outperforming competitors worldwide. Per the ministry's Small and Medium Enterprise and Startup Administration, SME, Taiwan had the largest number of applicants in the health technology category, and many entries in other categories were also related to biomedical technologies, highlighting Taiwan's widely recognized achievements in health and biomedical R&D. At a press conference on Tuesday, SME Director General G.J. Lee said Taiwan has sent a total of 113 startups to compete in the U.S. during the past 4 years, with 16 companies placing in the global top 3, 20 securing investment, and total fundraising reaching 2.53 billion NT dollars or 78 million US dollars. 8 companies have already established operations in the United States. Lee said this year marked Taiwan's strongest performance yet. Their achievements spanned core technology fields including health, defense, energy, and open technology, representing the broadest category coverage in Taiwan's history. Both the number of awards and scale of achievement reached record highs, placing Taiwan at the top globally. He said,
"In health technology this year, we had the largest number of participating companies, and the results were quite impressive. Even in defense technology and open technology, many projects were in fact connected to biomedical applications. So I think Taiwan's achievements in biomedicine, smart healthcare, health technology, and even telemedicine and remote care are clearly recognized internationally."
Jello X Biotech, which won first place in the health technology category this year, said it plans to raise 10 million US dollars in its first funding round and will officially establish a company in the United States this year. Meanwhile, HOHO Biotech, whose patented hydrogen gel capsules for military rations advanced into the top 8 in the defense technology category, said it has already received inquiries from investors in the U.S. defense sector. Australia's Lowy Institute warns that attempting to govern Taiwan could be a decades-long struggle for China.
A new report by Australia's Lowy Institute warns that even if Beijing succeeds in taking Taiwan by force, governing the island afterwards could become a risky and decade-long struggle. The report, titled After Annexation, How China Plans to Run Taiwan, was written by East Asia analyst Richard McGregory and RAND China expert Jude Blanchett. drawn on Chinese academic and policy writing published between 2019 and 2025. The authors argue Beijing's Taiwan strategy has shifted from peaceful accommodation towards full political absorption. The report says Chinese leader Xi Jinping now demands complete political integration rather than genuine autonomy under the one country, two systems framework. According to the authors, Chinese scholars increasingly describe Taiwan as a high-risk governance zone because of its democratic system, strong civic identity, and resistance to Communist Party rule. The report outlines what it describes as a phased governance model. It begins with crackdowns on political opposition, followed by institutional restructuring beyond what Beijing imposed in Hong Kong, and eventually a long-term campaign of ideological and cultural integration. The authors cite polling from Taiwan's Mainland Affairs Council showing about 7% of adults support immediate formal independence. Under Beijing's rule, the report argues such position could result in imprisonment, political exclusion, or loss of voting rights. The report also warns that journalists, lawyers, activists, and even business leaders could face pressure to demonstrate loyalty to the Chinese Communist Party. Its conclusion, Beijing's greatest challenge may not be taking Taiwan, but governing a democratic society that fundamentally rejects authoritarian rule. Joey Cho for RTI News.
Construction for the Baishatun Mazu Hospital broke ground this Tuesday with President Lai Ching-te delivering the ceremony address. The hospital, which will be located next to Gongtian Temple in Baishatun, Miaoli County, is expected to improve the overall health and well-being of coastal residents, Lai said, symbolizing triple success in Miaoli's medical construction in addition to the Health Ministry's Miaoli General Hospital and Daqing General Hospital. Lai noted that Miaoli officials were seeking help solving the county's medical problems when he became the DPP chair in 2022, which prompted him to instruct Premier Zhuo Rongtai to strongly support the county's medical development. He expressed hope that all sectors will work together to realize his Healthy Taiwan vision. Lai is the first president with a medical background and has created several initiatives and goals centered around making the Taiwanese population healthier since taking office, including specific goals regarding cancer, chronic diseases, and life expectancy. President Lai said,
Our 3 hospitals in Miaoli have already improved their service standards, and health services in Miaoli are gradually being implemented. Let's set a goal. I'm asking President Xu, Dean Tang, and all colleagues at the Health Ministry and hospital to work together in this direction.
One young monk has gained attention online after a viral video showed him fluently explaining temple rituals in English to foreign tourists.
If you want to participate, reach Peace 7-star, you can get you to get better life in your future.
Speaking confidently into a microphone in front of the temple, 25-year-old Buddhist monk Chen Pingwen explained a religious ritual to foreign tourists in fluent English.
I have no idea what can I say. The video entrained than 80,000 more people to watch it.
After his video generated such a huge response online, he recorded another video in English to thank everyone. Chen is a vocational high school graduate whose passion for traditional culture led him to work at a temple. Being a longtime NBA fan was what originally motivated him to study English. Working at a temple has allowed Chen to put his language skills to use. Whenever foreign tourists visit, he is able to explain various rituals and other aspects of temple culture. Chen noted that English speakers at temples in the south of Taiwan are seldom seen, as few people in the profession believe they need this skill. With a professional translator, foreign visitors can do more than just take in the sights at temples. They get the chance to enlighten themselves on Taiwan's religious traditions. Hannah Belinsky for RTI News.
Thank you for joining me for the news. I'm Tristan Hildebrand. Stay tuned for another 50 minutes of English language features brought to you by Radio Taiwan International.